Welcome to Mikes and Meows, the show behind the show cats. Hi, I'm Atia, the voice behind Mikes and Meows. I started this channel to share the incredible world of cat shows, especially right here in South Africa. There's so much more to the cat fancy than most people realize. The dedication, the passion, the personalities behind the pedigrees. In each episode, I talk to breeders, judges, and cat lovers who live and breathe this world. Whether you're a fellow judge, a show enthusiast, or just a curious cat person, welcome. Let's discover what makes the cat fancy so fascinating. A huge thank you to the show manager Itrisha for welcoming Mike and Meows to the event and making this episode possible. Your hard work behind the scenes keeps the cat fancy thriving. Today we will be talking to Santi Meyer, the owner of Ethereal Cattery. What breed is your cat and what makes them special?
So this is a Sphynx, also called the Canadian Sphynx. They originated in Canada. They're quite a new breed. And the thing that makes them special, except for the fact that they are almost totally hairless, is that they've got amazing personalities. So they are very charming little cats, and they've got very big personalities as well.
What are the key traits judges look for in your breed?
So in my breed, there is a number of things that's very important. So obviously the degree of hairlessness. Some hair is allowed on the ears, the nose, and on the extremities, especially in winter. They do tend to grow a little bit of fur sometimes, not every year, but when it's extremely cold. They want beautiful lemon-shaped eyes, which is something I haven't seen in any other cat. And then things like the large, huge open ears, the set and position of the ears, and they need these model cheekbones.
What drew you to this particular breed?
Due to the temperament, basically. So you've got these felines. It's still a cat. It still acts like a cat. They absolutely they hate the water just like any other cat, but they need you, they want you, they love you, they absolutely want to be with you. And I like that in them. They have this little baby personality, and they keep that, even though he's over 3 now. So he's still a little baby.
Are there any misconceptions about your breed that you'd like to clarify?
Misconceptions about the breed is basically what they feel like. So people often think that they are extremely oily or a little bit weird to the touch, like rubbery, and that's not the case. So Sphynx do not leave big, huge, oily marks everywhere. They do if you overbathe them, but as long as you keep to a good grooming routine where you just wipe them down when they get dirty and bathe them when they get a little bit funky. Don't bathe them every month or every week, that's too much. They actually feel soft and suede-like and like nice warm peaches.
What traits define a show quality cat in this breed?
In this breed, a show quality cat is one that has beautiful wide open ears, beautiful big lemon-shaped eyes, a good degree of hairlessness, nice stocky tubular body, but still nice and muscular and elegant build, a nice long whippy tail, and you want to have very nice cheekbones and a strong chin.
What kind of preparation goes into showing a cat?
So showing a Sphynx is a little bit different than showing any other cat because we don't have the hair, we've got the beautiful skin. So show preparations for these guys, you have to basically look at keeping their skin unmarred. Got little bandanas, and in winter it's very easy because you can pop a little shirt over them and you can keep them very nicely covered. But especially in summer, it's a lot more difficult to keep their skin unmarred because you need to make sure that you've got these nails trimmed and absolutely as blunt as possible. And even then, you still sometimes have toys and trees and things where they can climb and hurt themselves. So the biggest part of show preparation is basically to keep the skin as healthy as possible.
How do you socialize your kittens or cats for public settings like shows?
So I start quite young with my kittens. So as soon as I get a new one, basically, And I start with my home. So I've got a teenager at home, and he's loud, and he's always playing games, and he is just absolutely big personality online. So they start getting used to that. Then they start getting used to my mother and father, who are always coming over. Then I have a bunch of friends come over, so slowly growing their presence, the people that they know, the people that they can meet. And as things grow, they kind of just realize it's not the end of the world. And then when they go to their first show, I try to keep them to themselves a little bit. And I always bring any new kitten with this guy. So this is my absolute everything. So he is a little neuter. He's my oldest boy. And he teaches all of the newlings, all of the new little babies, that it's okay, just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
What's the most rewarding part of breeding or showing cats?
So I think is when you get that reply from that new house and they are just absolutely smitten with this baby, and you get this reply that I can't live without this cat. This is the best thing that's ever happened to me, especially when you have a house where mommy is alone and you often have an empty nest mommy who now suddenly feels the pinch, and these little babies actually take up that space, and that's the best feeling ever.
What's the sassiest or weirdest thing your cat has done at home?
Is one of my queens who absolutely just, she has got one special toy that we won it at a show one day, just random toy, nothing special, but to her that toy is the world, and she would not share that toy with anybody. So her sassy little trait is when she's angry at you, she will bring her little toy and she'll flaunt it. But if you try to pick it up, or she would absolutely just grab it and go. It's like you can look at it, but you can't touch.
If your cat could enter a human talent show, what would their act be?
Oh, absolutely. My cat would be an acrobat. So I've got a beautiful little blue bicolor, and she loves to climb. And she loves to absolutely just wreck my nerves. So she would be an acrobat, one of those trapeze artists just swinging through the air.
What's your cat's guilty pleasure?
So, strangely enough, all of my cats have the exact same guilty pleasure, and that would be climbing into my bed and taking over daddy's pillow. They're not allowed to overtake the whole bed, but they do.
If your cat could text you, what do you think they'd say most often?
Feed me, human, feed me now.
Do you talk to your cats like they're people? What's the last conversation you've had?
Yes, I do indeed talk to all of my cats as though they are human. Because they tend to be quite human-like. And the last conversation that we had actually was about him getting a little bit pudgy. He loves his food. He really does.
How long does it take you to get your cat ready for a show?
About a day and a half. So showing a Sphynx, you need to start off with actually chasing them around and wiping down the whole cat for the first day. So you do keep up with their basic grooming, the ears, the eyes, the nails, that kind of thing. But on day one, you just run around and wipe every single surface where this cat can possibly be. So if you think your house is clean enough, it's not. You wipe it again, because if you have a dark cat like this, I've been showing dark cats for a long time now, and suddenly this year I've got that beautiful white one. If you think everything is wiped, it's not. Wipe it again 100 times. And then on day two, basically, or the other half of the day, that is when you basically spend time actually bathing the cat and actually cleaning the ears and rounding off nails, doing all of that stuff.
What's the most dramatic moment you've had at a cat show?
The most dramatic moment was when one of my cats escaped his carrier. So some of these mesh carriers aren't all that sturdy, and sometimes cats can tear through them quite quickly, and he was sitting on the floor looking at me.
Do you think your cat enjoys the attention or just tolerates it?
These guys are absolutely in love with love, and they don't really mind where the love and attention comes from. So they absolutely love their love and attention, and they love being heralded as the star of the show.
What's in your cat's show bag that you can't live without?
So in my cat show bag, there is a packet of eye wipes from the Animal Eye Institute, and I can't live without them because these guys don't have eyelashes, and the amount of times that you have to wipe these eyes because of a little dust particle or something is just insane. So that is my number one go-to.
Has your cat ever totally ignored a judge or shown off for them?
Oh yes. So the Sphynxes love to show off their really big personalities, and they also love to fall asleep on you. So they have in the past just absolutely captivated a judge's attention and stolen judges' toys, stolen judges' hearts. So they do that sometimes. They're just little wild things.
What's the biggest misconception people have about this breed?
So I would say one of the biggest misconceptions that people have about this breed is that they are hypoallergenic. So hypoallergenic cats do not actually exist. That's a myth. There are cats that trigger allergies more than others, but interestingly enough, there are 8 different feline markers that trigger allergies. And unfortunately, Sphynxes do still carry most of them. Even though they don't have hair, they do have saliva and dander and sweat. So unfortunately, they may still trigger allergies.
What advice would you give to someone new to showing cats?
Just come look at a cat show, see what everybody else does, see how big of a party it is, and come and meet the cats.
Favorite cat toy?
My favorite cat toy is a little Zugo bee. Best toy.
Wet food or dry food?
Raw food, actually.
Best grooming tips in 3 words.
Get a Sphynx.
One word to describe your cat.
Fabulous.
Cat naps short and sweet or full day of it?
The whole day.
One word to describe your cat's personality.
Lovey.
What's in your show day survival kit?
My show day survival kit, eye wipes and poop bags.
Favorite breed other than your own?
My favorite breed other than my own is the Oriental.
Finish the sentence. Cat people are?
Absolutely crazy.
What inspired you to start breeding this particular breed?
I saw them. I thought they were absolutely amazing, and I thought I want to make the best one of these that I possibly can.
What's the most important quality you look for in a breeding cat?
Temperament and being able to take care of her babies. And in a boy, you don't want the absolute crazy ones. You want a little bit of calm, and then obviously you want them to be as pretty and as absolutely close to the breed standard as you can possibly get.
What's one myth about breeding cats that drives you crazy?
I think one myth about breeding cats is that they live in these little cages, and that's not the case. They are absolutely beloved pets.
If your cat had a show day snack menu, what would be on it?
Oh, that's an easy one. That would be biltong, if he can have his way. But the actual snacks, he gets these little catted creamies.
Have you ever had a kitten chaos moment during show prep?
Oh yes. So I have had kittens get into a fight the night before a show. And you can imagine what happens when kittens get into a scuffle and they have no hair to protect them. So he came to show all scratched up, and his sister was triumphant.
If your breeding program had a slogan, what would it be?
Just be yourself.
What advice would you give to someone bringing their cats to their first show?
I would say just take it slow. It's not the end of the world. Whatever happens on the day happens, and no matter what the judges say, your cat is still beautiful in its own right.
What food do you recommend for your kittens?
So I prefer raw, and if you do need to do kibble, I prefer hills.
What does your breeder contract include?
My breeder contract states that the kitten will go home already sterilized and microchipped, and they will have been seen by a vet at least 3 times and have all their vaccinations up to date. They'll have their worming done, and also if anything was to happen to the kitten or to the family, something changes, they have a place with me for the rest of their lives, so they come right back to me.
How can someone who is interested in your breed contact you if they would like to purchase a kitten?
So they can reach me via Facebook. So I am Ethereal Sphynx, and I've got a Facebook page where they can reach me. They've got all of my details on there, and I'm also registered with both CFSA and SAC, and my details are on both of their websites as well.